Welcome to day 3 of The Confident Creative, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about how to price your photography. Now, knowing what to charge for your work and having the confidence to actually charge that amount can be very challenging for photographers. We have been a bit schooled by society into feeling guilty for doing what we love for a living and getting paid for it. I have been told many times by people, oh, your job is so much fun, you get to play with dogs all day. And it's somehow we've been a little bit belittled that taking photos for a living and charging for it, doesn't quite sit on the same page. And I'm here to tell you that it absolutely does. And you can make a really good living from being a professional photographer. You have just got to get your pricing strategy right, which is what I'm going to help you with today. So here's how to price your photography. Point number 1, you need to get really clear on your cost of doing business. How much does it cost you to run your photography business? Now, I have prepped a free pricing PDF guide to walk you through the process of working this out. So the link is in the video description, and obviously if you're getting this course via email, there's a link in the email that came with this video as well to download the ultimate pricing guide. So do make sure you get hold of that. It helps you work through all of your business costs, your things like your camera kit, your electricity, your Wi-Fi, your backups, your mentoring, your coaching, your outsourcing of editing, all of those sorts of things, your insurance, all of these costs we have, our apps, our software, it could go on forever. All of these things that we have to pay for to run our businesses. And it's so important that you know exactly how much money your business needs to generate each month just to turn over. Because that figure is the basis for your pricing of your work. So work through that guide and get super clear on that. It's going to hugely help you really get clear on your numbers. The second point is to get clear on your financial goals. We don't run a business just so we can get by. We run a business so we can have the life that we desire. But in order to do that, we need to know how much that kind of lifestyle that we want is going to cost. And that is known as making a profit. So that is the amount you've got to factor on to your cost of doing business, is how much money do you want your business to generate for you. You're going to put those two numbers together and you're going to get a figure that you need your business to bring in for you, so you can not just get by, but you can thrive, because that is the whole point of running your own business. Point number 3 is to have a little shufty round at your kind of local photographers and get a rough idea of what the going rate is for what you are offering, because I think it is good to have a bit of an idea of the variety that people charge for their work. I don't really want you to be influenced by what your competitors are charging, but sometimes it's quite useful to know what the rate is. Especially, this is probably more applicable for commercial photography. It's very useful to get an understanding of what photographers in your industry are charging for an hour, a half day, or a day rate for commercial work. And just to put things into perspective for you, my commercial rate for charging for corporate work is twice what the average photographer charges here locally. So you don't have to fit in with a pricing mold. It's just very useful to kind of have a bit of a gauge of what's going on around you and where people are at. And the chances are, wherever you are in the world, I'm in South Africa, so we've got a sort of a slightly different economy to the UK and the US. But you'll find that wherever you are in the world, there will be people who are charging next to nothing for their photography, and there are people that are charging megabucks for their photography. So just know there's a whole scale, and you can fit in wherever you choose along that scale, depending on your financial goals, because that's what's influencing what you're charging. Point number 4 is the price you charge isn't just a number. What value do you offer your clients? Because this is when you can start to put your rates up and charge a higher amount of money for your work when you're offering more value for your clients. There's a great quote from Warren Buffett, I think it is, it's price is what you pay and value is what you get. So what are you giving to your clients for the amount of money that they're paying you? So Value and value adds for clients look like different things for different people. So it might be that you add more time on for your shoots. It might be that you do something specific with your editing. It might be that you're including prints and products for your clients. It might be that you are offering a sparkling, fantastic customer service and client photo shoot experience. For the people that you work with, it might be that you've got a specific level of expertise. People will pay for good service and people will pay for expertise. So I think we've got the gist. I've talked about I spend a lot of time photographing dogs, and if you want a really great picture of your dog, you're not going to go to someone who is a specialist product photographer, because the chances of you getting a great picture of your dog from someone who's never photographed a dog before, unless it's a toy dog or a stuffed dog or a dog made of ceramic, you're not going to get what you want. So just bear that in mind. Your level of expertise is probably higher than you think, and that is something that people will pay for. And you can start to add the value that you're offering into your marketing, into your communications with your clients. And the pricing PDFs and price lists you send out to your clients as well. You want to be really clear on the value you're adding and make sure you're highlighting that for your clients. So they are super clear on what they're getting, and they're super clear on why you are the person for the job. Point number 5 is to think about how you could earn more from each photo shoot that you do. So the way that I have made money as a photographer, and the way I've built a very successful photography business, I took my business from doing a turnover of £1,000 a month, which really didn't get me very far at all, and I was doing a lot of work for that money, to a consistent turnover of £5,000 plus every month, by doing in-person sales and by upselling clients on the packages that they buy from me. So I know it's sometimes quite tempting to just give everything away for a flat fee, but if you give all of your files to a client from a shoot for a fee and there's no room for them to buy more, you can't make more money. You kind of cap your income. So it's very important to keep in mind that you should always be allowing room for clients to buy more from their shoots, because that really is the secret to leveraging the income that you can make from your photography. So quite a bit for you, threw quite a bit at you in this video, but once you know why you're charging the rates that you've set, it's much easier to feel confident about sharing them. And when you confidently deliver your pricing to your clients, you are far less likely to have requests for discounts or pushback on what you're charging, or people arguing with you about what you're charging, and you're more likely to get paid. So there are a few other pieces in place, that I've been talking about already in the previous videos. The first video I talked about kind of why being authentically you is so valuable. The second video I talked about your creative style. This one we're talking about pricing, and we've got 2 more videos coming up that are going to really kind of compound onto this and help you get a feeling of how your work is individual to you, how it stands out in the marketplace. And as soon as you stand out in the marketplace and you become someone whose work is recognized and sought after, believe you me, you will not have people asking you for discounts. It's a very interesting kind of shift, and it's a very subtle shift. But once you get these pieces right, you're going to be going great guns with your photography business. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I would love to know what your biggest pricing challenge has been. Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.